A very good morning to all our Sports Today family members. And yesterday we saw one team shoot itself in the foot. And because of that, now the path for the others has been made clearer. Delhi Capitals played the ultimate party poopers when they defeated Punjab Kings by 15 runs in Dharamshala. And because of this now, Punjab Kings are one step closer to the elimination. It's a classic case of Punjab Kings doing yet again what they are always renowned to do, come very close until the final week of the league stages, and then after that they just shoot themselves in the foot. And because of this now, Punjab Kings cannot get to 16, they can only get to 14 points. They need a whole lot of results going their way. This is great news for Royal Challengers Bangalore because now they will be playing Sunrisers Hyderabad today at the Rajiv Gandhi Stadium in Uppal. Now, Royal Challengers Bangalore, the task is very simple for them. They have a better net run rate. They must win their next two games. If they win their next two games, they have to ensure two things. Number one, Kolkata Knight Riders beat Lucknow Super Giants so that they can leapfrog Lucknow Super Giants and that Mumbai Indians do not win by a massive margin against Sunrisers Hyderabad in their last league game. This is the situation that Royal Challengers Bangalore face themselves in. Very straightforward, no complications, a little bit of help from other teams, and that is the reason why this game today is really, really important. You may have your top four sealed by that point in time. However, the only team that can potentially play party poopers to RCB's chances are RCB themselves or Mumbai Indians. That is the way it will go into. Because if you lose today at Uppal, then the Royal Challengers Bangalore face a massive, massive task indeed of reaching the top four. Remember, three spots are still in contention. None has been sealed yet. On 20th, you will see your second and third team because at this point in time, number 4 seems to be a slugfest between Mumbai Indians and Royal Challengers Bangalore. Rajasthan Royals, Punjab Kings, Kolkata Knight Riders, because of Lucknow Super Giants' win, they have ensured now that they cannot potentially get into the top 4. The second and third per team is Lucknow Super Giants and Chennai Super Kings for the time being. So, if Delhi Capitals decide to play the ultimate party poopers on May 20th and beat Chennai Super Kings, then Chennai Super Kings are out of the tournament. It's as simple as that because a team cannot qualify on 15. With Lucknow Super Giants' victory, it's assured now that one of them will at least get to 17. Kolkata Knight Riders, if they win, that's great. But either team, if you look at it, if LSG win, they get to 17, they qualify. If Chennai reach 17, they qualify. Then it will be for the fourth spot between MI and RCB. You can still have an LSG versus RCB eliminator. It can happen. It might happen if LSG beat Kolkata and RCB win their next two games against SRH and GT. But it is on the question of Sunrisers Hyderabad that I'll come to now because they have had a woeful season. They are bottom of the table now. And if they lose this, they are all but certain of the wooden spoon because their next two games are against RCB and against Mumbai Indians. And both teams are staking a claim for the playoffs. They will be wanting to do that. But Sunrisers Hyderabad, even in their worst form, they have always gotten the better of Royal Challengers Bangalore. I mean, look at 2016, what happened. Look at 2012. SRH's previous avatar of Deccan Chargers, they managed to dump RCB out of the tournament in spectacular fashion. Needing 132, they defended that despite a 24-run first over. And Deccan Chargers managed to beat Royal Challengers Bangalore by 9 runs in 2012. In 16, they defeated Royal Challengers Bangalore in the final. 2020, they defeated them in the eliminator. 21, they defeated them in the last league game, and RCB's chances of a top 2 were undone with that. So, even a very poor Deccan Chargers or Sunrisers Hyderabad, they have gotten the wood over RCB. So, in that sense, it's going to be a very tricky encounter. But Royal Challengers Bangalore are in red hot form. RR, they absolutely hammered them by 50, they bowled them up to 59, bet them by 112 runs. Sunrisers Hyderabad, on the other hand, they have won only one out of their last six home games. So home advantages has been a big problem for Sunrisers Hyderabad. At the other end, we are looking at Sunrisers Hyderabad, their weak team composition, their batting has not performed well, that their bowling is really good. Bhuvneshwar Kumar taking a 5-wicket haul. He will be the key yet again. So it all boils down to a very interesting encounter here. Can Royal Challengers Bangalore avoid the Sunrisers Hyderabad banana peel? Because their last league game against Gujarat Titans is going to be a titanic tussle indeed. Remember, RCB cannot afford to lose any of their two games. If they lose, then it's advantage Mumbai Indians, and you have to hope LSG loses one of their games. But anyway, even if LSG lose, it's no point. Every team will then be on 14 points then. 14 is no longer the criteria to qualify because of LSG's win over MI yesterday, about 2 days back. Now it is going to be 16. 16 is the benchmark. 15 and 16 are the benchmarks for qualification. 14 isn't. So one hopes that Royal Challengers Bangalore defeat Sunrisers Hyderabad so that you have a clear-cut equation of what to do on the final day. Because of the results that have gone on, you are only going to get your top four by the end of Sunday. That's it. No other day it will be determined. Chennai Super Kings versus Delhi Capitals, that game will determine if Chennai win, they seal the top two. If they lose, they are out of qualification. Lucknow Super Giants, if they beat Kolkata Knight Riders, they will be sealing that third spot. Fourth spot is between Mumbai Indians and Royal Challengers Bangalore. If RCB win and if Mumbai Indians win, because of Mumbai Indians' poor net run rate, they could be eliminated. So there is still a possibility of LSG and RCB clashing in the eliminator as well. Looking at the clashes that have happened in the last two games, it's going to be a very important situation indeed. It's going to be a volatile situation. Now, Delhi Capitals yesterday registered a brilliant win thanks to Riley Russo's excellent knock, 50s from Prithvi Shaw, and it was a redemption of sort for Prithvi Shaw because he needed this 50 to ensure that he stays in contention. It's been a horrible season for him. Off the field, on the field, he's not performed. But yesterday, he was at his best. And Prithvi Shaw, his 50 and his partnership with David Warner, combined with Riley Russo's 82, ensured that Delhi Capitals held their own. But there were two major talking points. Yesterday, David Warner criticized the inconsistent pitches that were there at the Arun Jaitley Stadium. Remember, even Delhi Capitals have struggled for home advantage, and they were wondering, why is it that we did not get consistent pitches that suit home advantage? Remember, in IPL 2023, no team has had total home dominance. Chennai Super Kings have lost 3 games at Chepauk. Mumbai Indians have lost 2 games in Wankhede. Delhi Capitals, Punjab Kings, Rajasthan Royals, Gujarat Titans also have lost games at home. So there is no clear-cut advantage when it comes to home this time. And David Warner criticized the way inconsistent pitches have been prepared at the Arun Jaitley Stadium. Why would you want to prepare pitches that do not suit our style of play? So that was one criticism that David Warner had, but he praised the batsmen for stepping up and ensuring that they at least end the season on a high. But at the other end, Shikhar Dhawan's captaincy, what can you say about that? Why would you want to bowl a left-arm spinner in the 20th over and ensure that he gets stormed by a left-handed batter? Shikhar Dhawan's captaincy in the game against Delhi Capitals yesterday left a lot to be desired. And Harpreet Brar unfortunately went for plenty of runs and it made the difference, by the way. If he had not conceded that many, he conceded in excess of 20 runs, it would have made the difference of 10-15 runs, which was the margin of defeat for Punjab Kings. Now, Punjab Kings will take on Rajasthan Royals in their last league game, and it is not going to be a very simple task. Remember, their season is also all but over. One team will definitely get to 14 from RR or PBKS. So, in a sense, 2 teams are on the brink of elimination. It's only between MI and RCB now that the slugfest is going to continue. Unless Kolkata Knight Riders put a spanner in LSG's works, even their season is over for the time being. So, David Warner had a lot of criticisms over the pitch that was prepared at the Arun Jaitley Stadium. But at the same time, Shikhar Dhawan's captaincy in Dharamshala left a lot of questions. Why would he want to do that? But then, When Liam Livingston was batting like a dream yesterday, there was a contentious issue. There was a no ball given in the final over. It seemed to be a waist high no ball, but they were absolutely furious, Delhi Capitals. Why would, I mean, it looked borderline, it looked marginal. There was plenty of confusion as to whether they took the review, whether they did not take the review, and when they ruled that yes, the review had to be lost because it was indeed a no ball, they were absolutely furious. Somehow, Ishant Sharma held his own. Two dot balls followed that, and they were managed to lose the game. So, 16 runs were needed of three balls. It had boiled down to that equation. 27 of four. Then there was 23 of three, but then there was a no ball which saw 16 of three. It could have been disastrous. Remember, Ishant Sharma, once he had bowled the final overs against Australia in 2013, he got knocked around by James Faulkner. His career changed after that. So, last over exploits, luckily Ishant held his nerve, and that's why Delhi Capitals won by 15 runs. Now, shifting our attention to other sports, and Manchester City, boy oh boy, they seem to be dominating football at this point in time. They defeated Real Madrid 4-0. So remember, we are going to have new champions in 2023 in the Champions League. Remember, Real Madrid had beaten Liverpool last year to win the Champions League. So now Manchester City are on course not just for the Champions League title, but they are on course for the treble. Remember, the Premier League action is winding up in the next 2 weeks. Maybe by next week, they will have lifted the Premier League trophy. Then on June 2nd, you have the FA Cup final, Manchester City versus Manchester United. City can very well win that. June 11th is the Champions League final. And man, oh man, in Istanbul, you could possibly see the crowning of a new treble champion, Manchester City, because they are in absolutely red-hot form. And remember, Inter Milan beat AC Milan 3-0. And considering that Inter Milan's inexperience in the past, City have the advantage indeed. So kudos to Manchester City. The Blue Moon is ensuring that they give their dreams total significance. So Manchester City are in the final, and it will be it'll take something extraordinary from Inter Milan to stop them. So treble dreams are well and truly on course. And as you know, this weekend also we'll have slightly depleted action because the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix in Imola has been cancelled because of flooding. Well, there'll be a special video done on past instances when F1 races were cancelled because of certain natural or certain geopolitical events that happen. So I will be doing a special video on the list of when have Formula One Grand Prix in the past been cancelled. So do stay around for that video as well. As far as cricket is concerned, the next two games prior to the doubleheader, RCB versus SRH, and tomorrow you will have PBKS versus Rajasthan Royals. One team will get to 14 points in that sense. So it will be a lot of hearts will be broken. SRH might be consigned to the bottom if they lose to RCB. And if SRH beat RCB, well, then it gives Mumbai Indians and Lucknow Super Giants a big advantage. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live, and don't forget we are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Thank you.